Thank you, guys. Hope all of you are audible. If you have any issues, guys, please let me know using the chat panel. If you have any issues with the audios or anything like, yeah. So just before starting the session, guys, just before beginning the session, I just want to get some confirmation from the participants. One is already yesterday we have taken one demo session actually, guys. So the people who has been not attended the yesterday's session, so don't worry about them because it is only still we are in the intro part only. So we have not yet started with anything, and even yesterday also just a little bit idea about that. So what mainly the topics we are going to cover. So what exactly? So this is the yesterday's the whatever the notebook I have been got used. It is only just like a discussion. So we have not done with much in the yesterday's class. So I just want to know, is there anyone who has been joined for the today's class? Today is your first class. So use the chat panel, guys. You can use the chat panel. You can also use a mic also. Better to use a chat panel. It does not make any disturbance because for some people, there will be some background noise will be there. So that will disturb the class actually. So if it is fine, there is no background noise from your side, you can just unmute yourself and you can speak. Otherwise, better option is going to be use the chat panel, guys. So anybody is there, guys, who has been joined for the today's class? Yes, today your first class. Okay, Satyanarayana. Okay, fine. Yes, Satya. Fine. Good morning, Satya. Fine. Any other else, guys? And one more thing also. Yeah, one more thing also, guys. Please send the. I just changed the notification. So please send the message to everyone while you are typing. You please send the option to everyone so that everybody will be on the same topic. Everybody can understand. So what we are talking about them. Okay. Satya and Anuj. Okay. What about the remaining guys? Remaining all of you people has attended the last class. I can see some around 25. Yeah. Okay, Satya. Okay. Firo. I think yesterday you attended. Firo, right? Fine. Okay. So, okay. Fine. Remaining people, I think they have been attended. Okay. No worries, guys. So just a quick review of the last class I'll give you. Just don't worry about them. Anyhow, it's not yet done with the demos. So we have been still in the intro part only. So you need not to worry about them. Okay. Fine, guys. So yesterday we have been, once again, just a quick review of yesterday's class actually, guys. A quick review of yesterday's class. Like yesterday we have been got discussed about. So what is mainly our course curriculum? Like our main course curriculum is going to be, guys, which is going to be what we are going to call it as a full stack data science course. It is going to be a full stack data science. So what do you mean to say a full stack data science basically, guys? So as part of a data science project, so whenever we are working on a data science project, so what are the techniques you have to learn? What are the technologies you are learning? So because data science contains so many, it's going to be so many subsets are there actually, guys. So many subsets are there. So we are not concentrating only on a single part of the data science course. As I told you, some years before, not too many years before, 1 or 2 years before actually, guys. Data science means it is going to be machine learning. So many people does not knows about that actually. So just we used to teach only just the machine learning. Machine learning is a part of our data science actually. We used to teach only machine learning. Absolutely, guys. If you learn machine learning means we are learning some part of the data science course only. So 2 years before, 1 or 2 years before, the companies used to look only for the people who are having the knowledge of machine learning actually. But now a lot of research, a lot of new inventions has been came. So a lot of new topics has been got added also, guys. Machine learning and deep learning actually. Deep learning is not a separate topic actually, guys. Deep learning is also part of a machine learning only. Deep learning is also part of a machine learning only, guys. So many people does not have the idea about them. So they think that machine learning, deep learning, something different. One by one, we'll have a look at them, guys. Machine learning, in the machine learning part only, we are having a deep learning is also one subset actually. So NLP, there are going to be so many other techniques and technologies we are going to learning actually, guys. Starting from beginning to ending, that means starting from development up to the deployment. What are the different areas we have to touch? So what are the different areas we are going to touch actually, guys? Mainly, our concentration is on mainly on 3 topics actually, guys. 3 to 4 topics are there. One is machine learning. The other one is going to be deep learning. The other one is going to be AI plus NLP. All these are going to be the main important. the topics what we have to learn in the data science, guys. Mainly our main concentration is also on these only: machine learning, deep learning, AI, NLP, all these applications actually, guys. In deep learning, we'll work on various different types of aspects actually, guys. One is we are going to work with images. We are going to work with audios, and as well as we are also going to work with the text. Actually, videos are also there, but we are not going to be working on the videos basically, guys. We are not going to be working on the videos because videos are a little bit higher level. So, and even we don't have any success stories as of now. We don't have any enhanced concepts in the videos basically. Images, audios, and text. These are the three things we are going to be gets working, guys. Working with text only, we are going to be putting this into NLP related concept actually. A separate sub area, another subset, which is going to be NLP, where we are going to be working with the text. So anyhow, not only this, guys, not only this, we are going to be using some different programming languages, starting from Python and R languages. Not only on this, guys, we are also going to be just giving some idea about what are the other languages are there, what are the other tools are going to be there. Also, we are going to be working. And nowadays, we are also going to be working on some kind of an cloud-based APIs, guys. Like it may be a Microsoft Azure or AWS or Google Cloud Platform, GCP. We are going to be having actually, guys. Not only that, there are so many things are going to be there actually, guys. Different online platforms. Different online platforms are there. So where we can show our skills on data science, show our skills on our machine learning. So there are so many areas are there. There are so many platforms are there where we can show our skills and we can participate them, guys. That's why it is not just learning some language. It is not just learning a programming language, guys. We are not just learning a language actually. So we are going to learn a lot of technologies, a lot of techniques we are going to be learning. Finally, what is our main target actually, guys? Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay. So our main core area here is, guys, what is going to be our main core area we have been got discussed. We'll discuss about slowly one by one. As I told you, guys, it is going to take some around 3 to 4 demos. We are going to take it actually, guys. 3 to 4 demo sessions we are going to take it actually. So once you attend this particular 3 to 4 demo classes, you will be getting some understanding about what is our course curriculum, what we are going to learn, what technologies that are going to be industries requiring, what is a client can expect from this particular data science projects, and what are our roles, what are our responsibilities. I'm going to discuss about them, guys. Okay. So yesterday we have started with some basic introduction to machine learning actually, guys. Because understanding what is deep learning. Right now, it is not that much easy, guys. Learning a deep learning and directly, because it is completely new to most of you. It is something different, guys. It is something different. One thing you have to keep in mind, guys. We are not learning a programming language. We are not learning a programming language. What we are going to learn, guys? We are going to learn some mathematical and statistical concepts actually, guys. Mathematical and statistical concepts. A mathematical and a statistical concepts for solving some real-time problems actually, guys. So for solving a problem, what are the mathematical and what are the statistical concepts? That means that we are not going to learn any maths and stats actually, guys. We are going to implement some kind of an algorithms. Actually, we need not to understand what is the maths and what is the stats behind them. You need not to be experts on them. So to solve a problem, actually, guys, we have a problem. To solve that particular problem, what is a mathematical solution for that? So just understand the basic maths behind them. And we are going to implement them actually, guys. We are going to be implement them actually by using some kind of an algorithms. We are going to learn some mathematical and statistical concepts for solving a real-time problems. Any real-time problem, we can solve it actually, guys. That means there is some scenario is there. What is exactly? So we are going to implement all these mathematical and statistical concepts with the help of some kind of an algorithms are going to be there, guys. They are called as MLDL algorithms, machine learning algorithms, deep learning algorithms, reinforcement learning algorithms. We are going to be having different types of algorithms. We are just implementing some algorithms actually, guys. So I'll tell you what are the different algorithms are going to be there. So our main study here is studying about these algorithms, guys. So data science is something about working with learning about algorithms only. What is that algorithm? How it will works? What problem it can solve? How to implement it? What are the issues are there? What are the strengths? What are the weakness? That is what exactly we have to learn it actually is. But to implement them, to implement these concepts, we have to use some language like Python, R. These are some of the popular languages, guys, which provides all the implementation of this ML algorithms actually. Java also will support, but with a limited scope only it will works actually, guys. That is the reason why we use Python and R. What is the powerfulness of Python and R? We'll see when you go for the application, guys. So in our course curriculum, mainly we are going to work on two languages, guys. One is Python and one is an R. So some people are raising a doubt saying that, sir, is it necessary to learn R? Absolutely, guys. Absolutely means it is not a mandatory to learn. But if you learn the R language, you can just show your skill actually, guys, because you can find out almost all in any data science related projects, Python and R. One more thing is these are all open source languages, guys. We are free to use. There is no limit for that. There is no restriction for you to use. It's not a commercial product. So in some companies, they buy a product. So you have to use only that particular product only. But these are open sources. You are free to use, guys. You can use any language. Only thing is you have to learn the technique. Only the thing is you have to understand the technique behind them. So for solving a problem, what is the technique? So what is the maths behind them, or what is the stats behind them? How we are going to be gets working? Yesterday I told you guys, for learning the deep learning, we are going to learn something called as an derivatives concept is required. So you need not to be an expert in the derivatives concept actually, guys. Just we have to understand what is derivative. What is meaning of a derivative? What is the meaning of that? How it is going to work? It is completely the base maths is only up to 10 plus 2 standard actually, guys. In our 10 plus 2, whatever we have been maths, we have been studied. Like one is going to be, we are going to use algebra, guys. We are going to be using some kind of an algebra, vector calculus we are going to be using. Okay, so a derivatives concepts and something like a probabilities. We are going to be having a probabilities actually, guys. So these are the some of the basic areas which we are going to be gets working with them, guys. I also prefer to refer, I'll tell you when to refer the textbooks actually. I also prefer to get your 10 plus 2 standard textbooks actually. So 10 plus 2 standard textbooks, if you get it, there you can find all these topics actually, guys. Just like a refreshment. Everybody, we have completed your 10 plus 2 standards actually. So there are some participants are there, guys. In my 11 o'clock batch, so there is a student who is at 9th standard. Now he was moving to 10th standard. And even there is another student is there who is there in the 8th standard actually, guys. In 11 a.m., there are two people are there. One is studying the 10th standard. Now he's moving to 10th. Currently was 9th. Another person is going to be currently was in 8th standard actually. They're learning data science actually. They implemented also. So it is going to be some initiation from that particular their parents. They started learning them and they're very good at, but they're unable to apply all these particular mathematical theories because they're at still 8th and 10th standards. They cannot apply them. But most of you people, there are going to be, we already completed our graduations, bachelor's, masters are there. Even there are some employees are also there. So no problem. Maths is going to be the basic things we are going to be required actually, guys. Okay, fine. So anyhow, guys, mainly our topic is going to be not learning a programming language. We are not learning Python. We are not learning R here now. So we are learning in Python and R basically for implementing of some mathematical and statistical concepts in terms of an algorithms actually, guys. We don't write any formulas. We don't write any theories. We don't write any theorems. We don't do any calculations. Algorithms will do all these things actually, guys. Only the thing is we should know what algorithm is used for what purpose and what is the math and stats behind them actually. So studying about the algorithms only, guys. Studying about the algorithms, how to process them and all these things we have to discuss. Okay. So quickly, guys, yesterday we have been discussed about what is going to be machine learning basically. As we discussed, we have some data is there. The data is going to be nothing but everything should be given in the format of data only, guys. Data is nothing but your past experience. What has been happened in the past? Give that particular data. There is a standard format will be there, guys. I will tell it. Machines can't learn the data as it is. Tell me your past experience. What is your data? Give it to the machine. Give it to the machine. Machine is going to study the data. Machine is going to understand the data. Yesterday we discussed about some history about them, guys. So it was started in year 1959. Around in 1960 only, this research has been got started actually. So why not the machines can learn by themselves? Why can't the machines can understand by themselves? So they started doing some research actually. But at that time, 1959's computing power is very less. So they don't have that much capability. But over the decades of time, as you know that the computing power has been drastically increased. So due to that particular computing power of the systems, nowadays the machines we are able to make the machines to learn by themselves without having any explicit programming. We don't do any programming actually, guys. Some maths will be there. We'll apply the mathematical theories and we are going to do that actually. So data was given to the machine. Machine is going to understand the data and it is going to give me some kind of an insights actually, guys. Insights are nothing but some knowledge, whatever we have got it actually, guys. A knowledge, whatever that insights we have been got it actually. Based on that insights, we can take some decisions actually, guys. Prediction. It is going to be take some kind of a prediction actually. Like example I told you, like loan approval actually, guys. So how the loan approval is going to be gets done actually. So when a customer applies a loan in a bank, so the bank machines are already given the data. Who are my past customers data? Who are the defaulters? Who are paying the EMS promptly? Who are not paying the EMS promptly? Already the data was given to the machine. Machine already studied their characteristics. Okay, so in the past 10 years or 20 years customers, if you see, these are the patterns I can find it off. So these are the characteristics of the defaulters. These are the characteristics of the non-defaulters. Based on that, it can do a prediction actually. When a new customer applies a loan, so whether to give the loan, whether not to give the loan, that is going to be nothing but done by machine only. Just they will feed the input, just they feed the data, what are the characteristics of the customer, machine will tell you whether it is going to be a defaulter or a non-defaulter, whether to give the loan, whether not to give the loan. That is going to be machine predicted actually, guys. So this is a simple process what we can understand, guys. It may be a machine learning, as I told you. Deep learning is also going to be part of a machine learning, guys. In deep learning also, we are going to do the same thing. But only the thing is, how the machines are going to learn, the process will changes actually. That is the only thing it changes. So we'll understand them slowly because the terminologies are completely new terminologies for you. Okay. Now the main concern here is, so many people are getting a doubt saying that, sir, data was given to the machine. Machine has been understanding the data and it is giving some insights. Based on the insights, I can take some prediction or I can take some action. So it is going to be some kind of what we can say that actionable insights actually, guys. What we call it as actionable insights means based on that insights, we can take some action actually. Okay, this is what is the decision we have to take. Some kind of a decision making, we can do it actually, guys. Sir, everything is done by the machine. Then what is my work actually? Yesterday, I told you, what are the technical aspects of your machine learning? I'm going to discuss it today actually, guys. So today we'll come to know what are the techniques we are going to learn. What are the skills we are going to learn? That is what we are going to be doing actually, guys. Okay. First of all, the first step is, guys, data was to be given to the machine actually. Data has to be given to the machine means machine does not knows where is the data actually, guys. Machine does not knows where is the data is there. Machine does not knows that. We have to feed it. We have to feed it actually. That is nothing but what we are going to call it as the first technique actually, guys. I'm not calling it as a technology. I'm going to call it as a technique actually, guys. That is what we are going to call it as a data loading, or what we are going to call it as a data collection. Who is going to do all these things, guys? It cannot be done by the machine by individually. It can't do it. So where is the data is there? As working in a project, I know where is the data is going to be there. Whatever the data that is required, it may not be available in a single system. It will be available in multiple systems actually, guys. So data loading or a data collection. So this is a technique actually, guys. So many people think that, sir, what is there in the data collection? Yes, there is a lot of issues will be there in the data collection, guys, because nowadays the data is not coming in a structured format actually. If the data is coming in a structured format, it is very easy to handle the data actually, guys. But nowadays, some kind of an unstructured data is going to be gets coming actually, guys. some kind of an unstructured data will come. Like for example, I want to do some analysis based on the tweets, based on the Twitter messages. That's based on the tweets. We want to do this actually, guys. How the tweets will come? It won't come in a structured format. Some unstructured format of tweets are going to be gets coming actually, guys. So data loading is not a simple technique actually, guys. That means normally if you see the smaller data sets, it is very easy. But whenever we are going to work with larger data sets or some kind of an hybrid models of data, we see them, they are going to be comes with a lot of issues will come. So how to handle them, guys? So how to handle them actually at the time of data loading? So we are going to learn some techniques. What are the issues are there? What are the problems will come? All these things we are going to discuss as part of this technique called as a data collection or data loading. It's a technique actually, guys. It's a technique. So what are the main issues will come? How do you handle them? What are the main, how to sort out the particular problems? All these things we are going to be learning actually, guys. Mainly we'll see various different type of systems, guys. Like normally we'll start with CSV files, or we are going to see with Excel sheets. For our convenient, we use them, guys. But when you go to real time, you will be having database systems are there. Nowadays, we are getting JSON files are there. Sometimes we have to extract the data from other statistical analysis tools like SAS, or it may be something like a Stata or SPSS, something like this, guys. So like this, we are having so many tools are so many different type of sources are there. So how do you get the data? How do you collect the data from the various systems? That is our main technique actually, guys. Okay, fine. The second thing is going to be, guys, the second thing is going to be nothing but after you collect the data, how is your data we have to analyze, guys? How is our data? Is it containing any issues? Is everything is fine? That means is the data is there in a correct format or not? So we have to do some kind of data analytics. That is what we are going to doing as part of the data analytics actually, guys. All these are only our skills only, guys. There are not any tools. There are not any languages. There are going to be some kind of a skills are there. Some techniques are there actually, guys. What kind of analytics we do, guys? There are going to be a lot of statistical analysis are going to be there actually, guys. It's completely some kind of an statistical analysis. Means normally in our school days, we used to study them actually. Like we used to find out something like mean. We used to study about the max. We know what is mean, what is max, starting value, ending value. What is the average? So in mathematics, we call it as average, guys. But in stats, we are going to call it as mean. We are going to call it as arithmetic mean, what we are going to call it as. Not only that, we are going to be using some kind of a median. And we are going to be using some kind of an quantiles. Maybe quantiles, you may not be heard about them. Quantiles. And you have heard about standard deviations, etc. guys. All this basic statistical analysis is going to tell you some story about your data actually, guys. Story means it's not insights. How is our data? Is there any issues with the data? By using some few statistical analysis, we can just identify, we can just get some idea about how is our data actually, guys. That is what we call it as data analytics. Some kind of a statistical analysis, guys. What is median? You know that median is nothing but middle value. Mean, you know, average. Minimum starting, maximum is ending value. What is quantiles? What is the story the quantiles will tell you? We'll see them actually, guys. Okay. Third one. Once if you do the data analytics, guys, you will be understanding a lot of issues with the data actually. So we are going to be having a lot of issues. What issues are going to be there? Is there any missing data is there? Is there any irrelevant data are there? Is there any extreme values are going to be there? So how to handle that? That is what we are going to call it as a data cleansing. All these things has to be done manually by ourselves only, guys. As an ML expert or a deep learning expert or an AI expert, we have to do all this work manually by yourself. Data loading, data collection, doing some data analytics, doing some kind of a data cleansing, cleaning the data actually, guys. Data cleansing is there. Sometimes, yesterday somebody has raised a doubt. Do you require a data visualizations? Absolutely, guys. We are going to learn some about data visualization skills, which is a very important in our machine learning, guys, which is a very important in our data science course. Without a data visualizations, we cannot handle them, guys. Because how the machine is working, how the machine is learning, how effectively the machine has been learned, everything is going to be done by data visualizations. Don't think that data visualization means only just plotting the data, just it is plotting the data. It is not only that one, guys. It's not only to understand the data. We have a lot of other techniques are also going to be required actually. For that, we are going to use some kind of a data visualization techniques are there. It's nothing but, guys, putting all the data into visual context actually. Putting all the data into some kind of a visual context actually, guys. That is what we are going to be doing this actually. Yes, Purushottam, data visualization is nothing but just putting the data into visual context. Just putting the data into visual context. Okay, just a small example, guys. Don't worry about them. Just don't worry about that applications. Just an idea actually. Just I'm giving a small idea about them. Don't worry what I'm trying to do there. Data visualizations, visual context, putting the data into visual format actually, guys. Okay, so don't worry about what I'm trying to do because it is just to make you understand what do you mean to say data visualization. Apart from that, nothing is there for me. Okay, so don't worry about them. For that, I'm going to be using some libraries actually, guys. This is one library. Basically, all that whatever I'm talking about, data loading, data cleaning, data analytics, all these are going to be done by this module called as an Pandas. Pandas is a Python library actually, guys. I told you, no, I want to import the data. I want to load the data actually, guys. So I'm going to be using one small data set actually, guys. A small data set actually. I told you, no, there are going to be different skills will be there actually, guys. How do you extract the data? What are the problems you are going to face? All these things we are going to be discussing about this. This is your cars data set actually, guys. I have a small data set with me. It's a very small data set, guys. This contains 150 records. Just contains 150 records and 6 columns are there actually, guys. So if we have a look at this is a column like it's a user cars data actually, guys. It's a simply user cars data actually, where we are having the price of the car. So at what price we have been got sold the car and how many miles it has been got used. So there is a car actually. Manufacturing year is 2011. Price is 21,992. Mileage is 7,430. 20,995. The mileage is 10,926 actually. There are some cars are there. You can see them. Normally, when you see this data like this, we can't understand what is the data it represents actually, guys. What is the data it represents? So we do some kind of a data analytics actually by putting all this data into visual context. How do you do this actually, guys? So for that, I'm just showing the data. If you see the data, normally 150 records, you can't see it on a single screen, right? There are 150 values are there, but how many values you can see on the screen? 10 values are there. So the same data, just a minute, guys, matplotlib, which is a pyplot. Don't worry about them, guys. Don't worry about them. I'm just showing you the data actually, guys. So what I'm going to be showing actually, just if you have a look at this is going to be nothing but nothing code is going to be required, guys. Just it is going to be just 1 or 2 lines of code actually, guys. So this is what I can say about the data visualization. This 150 data points of price and the mileage, I'm showing in a single screen actually, guys. This is price and this is a mileage actually, guys. This is a price and this is a mileage. As you know this, guys, in a user cars data, more the mileage it is used, it is going to be less the price. Less the use, it is going to be high the price actually, guys. Can you see? A car which was used for 20,000 kilometers or 20,000 mileage is having around some 15,000 to 17,000 is the price actually. But which has been used for more than 1 lakh, the price is going to be in and around 5,000 to 10,000 actually. Hope you understood what is meaning of data visualization, Purushottam. This is what we call it as data visualizations. To understand the data, we'll put it into visual context actually. So which one is more understandable actually, guys? I think so you can understand it. It's a normal, just like a text format. I can't see all the data and I cannot read each and every value. But with a single site, just we can see at the data at a one single glance, I can understand how this particular data is going to be related actually. Not only that, there are so many things are going to be there actually. So many things are there. This is what we call it as data visualizations. For that, I didn't written any code actually, guys. In Python, we have a library. It's a matplotlib. Import the library. Just call the function called as a scatter. Scatter is the function actually, guys. Give some input arguments. Just use a plt.show. It is going to show the plot actually. There are so many beautiful data visualization tools are there. Somebody asked me, sir, will you teach Tableau? Will you teach Power BI? Something. It's not required, guys. With a simple coding, we can do all these things in this particular Python itself. I can make it a little bit more and more beautiful. Everything can be customizable. I want some X label. There is no labels for them. I don't have the X label. What is Y label? You can just give that particular data actually. Everything is going to be just by writing some, calling a function only, guys. It is going to be cars price is there. PLT dot, which is going to be Y label. It's going to be cars mileage is there. Do you want to have any title? I can write the title actually. Title, which is going to be cars prices actually. Or I can say this is generally what I call it as a scatter plot actually, guys. That's it. If you can see the title of the part, scatter plot. What is y-axis? Cars mileage. What is x-axis? Cars price. We have a lot of customizations will be available, guys. This is what we call it as data visualizations. Okay. So to understand the data a better way, we are going to use this actually, guys. Yes, Manoj, it's a little bit, Python is an object-oriented style. So a little bit, you need not to be an expert in object-oriented. I never write a class. I never write anything. There are already predefined classes are there. Just only to understand how the object-oriented style is there. So creating an object sometimes, and then using the methods and methods and attributes of the particular classes. So only just object-oriented style. That's the reason we have to just understand what is object-oriented. Just we have to understand the basics. We need not to go in depth about them. Okay, fine, guys. Fine. Okay, so data visualizations. See, guys, data loading, data collections, do some data analytics, do some data cleansing if it is required, and do some data visualizations by understanding the data actually, guys. Once this is completely done, guys, now the data is ready for learning. We analyzed the data. Why we have to analyze the data, guys? To understand is there any issues are there? How is our data? How to solve the problem? First of all, we have to study the data. Otherwise, machines can't study the data directly. So now the data was ready, guys. Now the data was given to the machine. So as I told you, data was directly given to the machine actually, guys. No, directly will not be given directly to the machine. We load it first. We'll analyze it. We'll clean it. We do some data visualizations and some pre-processing will be done actually, guys. There is a lot of pre-processing is going to be done actually, guys. Once the data was ready for learning, it will be given to the machine actually, guys. That is what we are going to call it as training. We call it as a training actually, guys. We call it as this step is nothing but what we are going to call it as training the data model. So whatever the data model we created, that is given to the machine. Now the machine is going to learn from the data actually, guys. This is where that particular machine learning or deep learning is coming actually. Here, that is a machine learning or the deep learning. This step is nothing but, guys, the machine learning or the deep learning, whatever it may be. So where the machine is going to learn actually, guys, where the machine is going to start learning from them. But sir, how the machines will learn? Machines can't learn automatically by themselves, guys. The data was there. We'll say, this is a problem. So this is an algorithm. We have to use it. So we'll study the algorithms actually, guys. We are going to study the algorithms. So which algorithm should be used for which kind of a problem? Like I told you, loan approval is there. What is the input data we have been given? It depends on them, guys. What is the input data we have been given? What is your expected output? What we are trying to predict? What you are trying to predict actually, guys. Based on that, we'll decide what kind of an algorithm we have to use it. So some few algorithms I'm writing here, guys, just only to get some idea about them. There are so many popular algorithms are there, guys. One is going to be, so many are there actually, guys. One is a decision trees. Second one is going to be, we are having Navi base. And we are going to be having something called as an KNN. I'm not writing complete abbreviated name. K nearest neighbors actually, guys. So many skills are there actually, guys. It's not over with a 1 or 2 steps actually. There are so many skills are going to be required. Don't think that directly we'll apply the algorithm, it will work actually, guys. No, we have to give some kind of a training. A proper training is required. KNN, support vector machines, guys, SVM. We are going to call it as an regression models. We are having some kind of a regression models actually, guys. We are having something like a clustering algorithms are going to be there. Like we have something like a k-means. These are some of the popular algorithms actually, guys. Coming to regression, again, we have a lot of regressions are there. We have a logistic regression, we have a linear regressions, etc. Is there. Okay. Even neural networks actually, guys. Even we are going to be having a neural networks. Neural networks are also kind of an algorithms only, but they separated them, guys, saying that there are going to be deep learning algorithms actually. They're called as a deep learning algorithms. So mainly we have to study how these algorithms are going to work, how these algorithms will work. We'll see how the decision tree will work, what is the math behind them, what is Navi base, how it will works, what is KNN, how it will works, what is SVM, how it will works, what is clustering, what is k-means, how it will works, what about the neural networks, how the neural networks will work. All these things we are going to be study them actually, guys. Okay. Now, once the machine was trained, so whatever the insights it has been got actually, guys, whatever the insights it has been got, those particular insights will be given as an ML model for us. That means here the machine creates one ML model is going to be created actually, guys. Or it may be an ML model or it may be a DL model is created. Hope you are able to understand them, guys. So it may be new to you. Don't worry about them. This is only just to understand them, guys. So once if you train the model, once if you train the data model, one machine learning model is going to be gets created actually, or it may be a deep learning model is going to be created actually, guys. A deep learning model is going to be created. If you apply a neural network, we call it as a DL model. Whenever we apply any of this, we are going to call it as an ML model is created actually. So what is that ML model contains basically, guys? Whatever it has been learned, whatever it has been understood, that is going to be there in this particular model actually, guys. So for a small understanding, I'll show you one small example actually, guys. Making a machine to learn is not that much easy actually, guys. It's not that much easy because the machine does not have any natural intelligence. It is only artificial intelligence. Up to some extent, it can learn, but unless and until you don't give a proper training actually, guys. Without having a proper input to the machines learns, but whether it is correct or not, machine does not knows about them. Whether the learning procedure is correct or not, machine does not knows. We have to just instruct them like a mentor. We have to guide it actually. So after a ML model is created or a after DL model is created, how effectively that model is working, we have to verify them like a testing actually, guys. We don't call it as a texting. Don't call it as a testing. We are going to call it as an evaluation actually, guys. Evaluating of the model performance. Okay, so this is a model. How much extent this model is working? That is what we are going to call it as an evaluation of model performance, basically. Yes, mass basics. See, one thing here is you don't write any, we are not going to write any mathematical formulas. But if you want to understand a decision tree, just how it is working. Decision trees is an algorithm actually, guys. We are applying the algorithm to solve a problem. But how it is working internally, if you know that, we can control that algorithm. Otherwise, it will not be in our control. If you don't know what is the math behind them, we don't know how it is going to work. Machine learning will be applied. You can apply them. But how effectively it is working, how to control that algorithm, we can't do that. So if you need not to completely understand the math behind this. Just we have to basically understand how that particular decision tree will work, how that particular KNN works, how a neural networks will work, how a clustering algorithm will work. We have to just understand the working procedure and what is the math behind them actually. I'll tell you guys, what is entropy? Actually, decision tree works based on an entropy calculation, or it may be a Gini index. How to calculate it? I just give you some numbers and I'll tell you some number stories. I'll tell you. So just 1 or 2 days we'll work on them. You need not to be an expert on that. You need not to be an expert on that particular entropy. You apply the algorithm. The algorithm will apply this particular entropy calculation. But it says that entropy is 1. How this 1 has become? If you know that, we can understand them. Okay, this is a reason why that entropy is coming as a 1. Or entropy is going to be coming as a 0. Why the 0 is coming? You have to know the math behind them. So in entropy point of views, they'll give us small numbers, not too many big numbers. They'll give us small numbers actually. For example, calculate the entropy for 6,2. How to calculate it? You really no need to do the maths. Just if you can show the formula, that is sufficient actually. It is just like this actually, guys. Simple calculation only. Minus 6 by 8 multiplied by logarithmic value of 6 by 8 to the base 2 minus 2 by 8 multiplied by which is going to be log, which is going to be 2 by 8 to the base 2 actually, guys. I think you can understand this. 6 comma 2 entropy calculation is 6 by 8 total number actually multiplied by the logarithmic value of 6 by 8. If we calculate it, how much is an entropy value will be there. So just a simple calculation. What is the result? We need not to find it out. But only thing is how to manipulate them. Just how to which is going to be mathematically represent that particular data actually, guys. Okay. So here the model will be developed by the machine. This is the main step actually, guys. This is created by the machine actually. There is my computer or my algorithm is going to do that actually. But how effectively the model is working, evaluating the model performance. So many techniques are there, guys. So many metrics are there actually. We use as different metrics. It's not just by using some value actually, guys. How do you decide whether this model is good or whether this good model is bad? How effectively it is working? There are so many metrics are there. And there are so many techniques are going to be learning actually, guys. Everything is a technique only, guys. There is nothing coding concept is there. There is nothing coding concept. Don't think that initially, guys, when you started the class, initially it appears like we are learning Python. But after a couple of weeks, after 2 weeks or after 3 weeks, if you go complete of the Python, our complete concentration is only on the technique only. If this is the data, what is the problem with that? How to solve this? How to convert this model? To apply them techniques, we are going to use a Python. So here the Python is only to apply the technique what you want to implement, guys. Without knowing the technique, what is the purpose of using a Python or R language? So evaluation of model performance. And finally, the last step is going to be, how do you improve the model performance, guys? Today it is giving 80%, performance is 80%, just like in our school. So in our school, in the classroom, they have been trained us. After that, they conduct an examination. How much is your performance and how to improve the performance, guys? So improve the model performance. So can I increase? Here only, guys, here only the main important role plays. The main important role here is, if you know how the algorithm will works, we can control it. How to increase the performance, how to decrease the performance. If you don't know, nothing is there in our control actually. The fifth is the only step actually, guys, which is done by the machine. The fifth step, training the data model. That also, it is only by some instruction from the user. Use this algorithm. Machine can't choose algorithm automatically by itself. We will choose the algorithm, guys. Algorithm is going to be chosen by that. So here, who is capable to learn actually, guys? The algorithm is going to choose us actually, guys. So we are going to learn that particular algorithms actually. So here the powerfulness is not with the powerfulness of the, it is not the powerfulness of the Python actually, guys. It's a powerfulness of the algorithm. The algorithm is going to help the machine to learn from that particular data. To understand the data, the algorithm is going to be doing actually, guys. So mainly here, there are two things actually, guys. One is algorithm, plus the other one is going to be, to implement some algorithms, guys, we require a lot of computing power is required. So these two made the machine learning to be the popular actually. Nowadays, why the machine learning and deep learning, why the data science has become very popular actually, guys? Because it is due to the powerful algorithms. 1960s, why it was not popular? Because at the time, we don't have any powerful algorithms. A powerful algorithm requires a lot of computations are required, guys. So why the recent years? Why the recent years only we have got a lot of success stories on neural networks? It is due to the computing power of the systems. Before 2000s, guys, computing power is very, very less. So after 2005, after 2010 only, all these computing powers has been came actually. GPUs, TPUs, we have the clouds and we have a hardware accelerator. So many things has been came actually, guys. So due to as the computing power of the systems has been increased, we are able to develop a powerful algorithms actually, guys. Why the powerful algorithms has been came, guys? It's not only from algorithms to develop some kind of an powerful algorithms. So what are the different techniques that has been came actually, guys? So many contribution has been came from NumPy. So it is a Python community actually, guys, in NumPy, multi-dimensional arrays. So this is one of the building blocks of our machine learning, guys. So why this particular machine learning has came into the existence means it is due to this NumPy module only, guys, which does a numerical calculations at a very faster way. With a lightning speed, it is going to do that actually, guys. After that, there is a lot of contribution from Microsoft, from the Google, and it's a Google, and it is going to be from the Facebook actually, guys. It is a tensor flow actually, guys, where we are going to work with tensors. It is going to be tensors actually, guys. You know what? You know, normally arrays actually, guys. Higher dimension arrays are called as tensors actually. And from Facebook, we have got something called as an PyTorch. So this has all contributed them, guys. That is the reason why this has been become a big story, a big success in the recent years actually. It is due to computing power and computing the powerful algorithms, and with a very faster, which is going to be a faster libraries actually, guys. All these made this particular data science came into the reality actually. Previously, it was only with a limited scope only they used to use it actually. But from the last 5 to 6 years of time, so TensorFlow, PyTorch, NumPy is an older one only. So a lot of contributions has been got done by various communities actually. Due to that, this particular scikit-learn actually, guys. So scikit-learn is going to be a scikit-learn, what we call it as actually scientific kit. It's scientific kit for machine learning actually, guys. This is going to be brought a big story, a big success to this particular machine learning actually. If you want, you can just check it out actually, guys, which we are going to call it as a scikit-learn, what we are going to call it as actually. It's a scikit-learn is a Python library actually, guys, which contributed a lot to this particular machine learning. So all that complete machine learning applications is going to be done with the help of scikit-learn. Scikit-learn developed based on the NumPy. It developed based on the NumPy. So NumPy has started actually. The story has been begun starting from NumPy. The success of this one has been, so can you see, built on NumPy, the scientific Python and matplotlibs actually. So it was built on top of NumPy, on top of the SciPy, on top of pandas, on top of matplotlib. That has brought all these particular. You can see the terminologies, guys: regression, clustering, SVM, nearest neighbors. Okay, you can see them, guys. Clustering algorithms, k-means. These are going to be some of the terminologies we are going to use them. Got it, guys? Yes, Krishna, we are going to be using only our algorithms only. We are going to use the existing algorithms only. And as well as these all algorithms, that means, yes, we are going to do the same algorithms. But once if you know the basics of Python and all these things, we can also develop our own algorithms. But if you want to develop our own algorithms, you should find a mathematical solution for that. You should give a mathematical solution for that. We can customize them. You can write our code. We can write our own code by using the Python also. Okay. But developing an algorithm is not that much easy, because if you are expert in mathematics, first of all, we have to show all the mathematical theory about them. After that, we can apply the particular algorithms. Got the point? So absolutely we can do, but only the thing is, what is your mathematical support? That is what we have to do that actually. Fine. Fine. Generally, research people are going to do that actually. If you are moving towards the research, those research people are going to do this application, guys. Okay. So finally, in any machine learning, deep learning, whatever it may be, guys, it is going to be the same sequence of steps actually, guys. First, collect your data, do some data analysis, do some cleansing if you required, do some visualization to understand more and more about the data, train the data model where the machine is going to done with the help of an algorithm actually, guys. After that, how effective it is working, evaluate the model performance, improve the model performance. Finally, anyhow, that is going to be done with the deployment actually, guys. That is going to be done with the deployment actually. So this is going to be the end-to-end, whatever the life cycle of a data science project actually, guys. You see any data science project actually, guys, any data science project, this is a process what we are going to be doing this actually. So we have a very good blogs actually, guys. We are going to be using a very good blogs we are going to use this actually. Later, anyhow, I'll tell you. So we are going to follow one mathematical blog actually, guys. It's not a Python blog. That means he don't give any solution. He don't give any code. He was actually a doctorate actually, guys. His name is Syed. His name is Syed, a very good blogger related to data science actually, guys. So this is going to be how we are going to be doing this actually, guys. The process, just to get some idea about them. So first, we have to identify what is a problem definition, some kind of a data preparations, data explorations, analysis, data modeling has to be done, evaluation and deployment actually, guys. His name is Dr. Syed. He don't give any code actually, guys. No Python code, no R code, nothing is going to be given. Everything is going to be theory. Everything is going to be a theory concept only, guys. So here your journey will starts actually. Here the journey is going to be starts actually, guys. I'll tell you what exactly it is going to be there. So as I told you, what is data science actually, guys? AI, machine learning, statistics, some knowledge of databases. All these are going to be gets understanding about them, guys. It only writes only theory. Only theory he is going to write it actually, guys. This is going to be some kind of a data preparations actually. What exactly my data preparation contains. So I told what is data. We'll also talks about them, guys. We are going to talk about all of them actually. What are our data sets? What is a database? How to collect your data? What exactly your syntaxes are going to be there? Some techniques we are going to require it actually, guys. Okay. So some kind of a data exploration, visualizations actually, guys. Data exploration is going to be nothing but some kind of a visualizations what we are going to be doing this actually. So can you see this one, guys? So it is going to be what is univariate analysis, what is going to be bivariate analysis, multivariate analysis. So we have a discussion about them, guys. Okay. So don't worry about them. We are going to work with all of them, guys. Completely very good blogger. You can get a lot of theory from this particular blogger actually, guys. Not only that, there are so many other online resources we are going to be using actually for understanding the theory behind them actually, guys. Okay, fine, guys. So once again, guys, this is just for a quick understanding about what exactly we are going to be doing or what exactly we are going to be learning as part of our data science course. What exactly we are going to be doing this actually, guys. This is what exactly we are going to be gets working with them. This is going to be what exactly we are going to be doing this actually, guys. Collect your data. So how to collect your data? We'll see the techniques actually. And then which is going to be data analytics, data cleansing, data visualizations, machine learning, then evaluation, improvement, deployments, and how we are going to be doing this. Now, sir, how do you perform all these things? Okay, you are saying that I can do the data loading. I can do the data cleansing. How do you do this actually, guys? As already told you, the languages like Python and R, provides you a lot of libraries, guys. Actually, even today, there are going to be, I just shown you some small, even I didn't explain the concept. I done one technique called as an data loading. I done it actually, guys. I done a data loading as well as I have shown you some kind of an data visualization also. We have been seen about that, which we call it as an EDA, generally exploratory data analysis, what we are going to call it as visual EDA and text-based EDS. So what is EDA? Just I've shown you an application actually, guys. So why Python and R is very popular for this data science related applications, guys? As I told you, to apply some mathematical technique, we require some kind of a functionalities are there. Those functionalities are provided by the Python and R communities. Python and R, both are popular actually, guys. We are going to be working with them, both Python and R. But initially we'll start our classes with Python, guys. But specifically when it goes to deep learning actually, guys, when it specifically go to deep learning, most of the contribution is done from Python only. R does not provide you that much support on the deep learning. That is the reason why our concentration is more on the Python, guys. If you are only working with machine learning, guys, if you are working with only machine learning, for example, you want to learn only machine learning actually, guys, Python and R, both of them are going to be same, equivalent, guys. Python and R is exactly equivalent for machine learning. There is no differences there. Advantages, disadvantages, both will perform the same way. But specifically when you are planning to learn deep learning actually, guys, better is always to learn Python only, because all the TensorFlow, the Keras and that particular PyTorch, all these are going to be most popular Python communities are there actually, guys. It's a Python supported actually. That is the reason why we are going to be mainly concentrating on the Python. But once you learn Python, guys, learning R is a very simple. It's very simple actually, guys. Even object-oriented style also will not be there. I told you, R is basically designed for mathematicians actually, guys. Just imagine a mathematician who does not have any IT knowledge, who do not have any programming skill. For those particular people purpose, this R language was developed. So anybody who do not have any idea about programming can learn this R language. Not only R, even Python also, guys. Just in Python, just an object-oriented is additional thing you require. But apart from that, nothing is going to be required, guys. With the basic programming skills, with a very, very basic programming skills, they can learn this particular Python and R actually, guys. Everything is a function. Do you want to perform this operation? We require this particular function. Do you want to do this? You have to require this particular function. That's it, guys. Really don't require any expertise in programming skills. Anybody, whatever may be your qualification, whatever may be your experience, whatever may be your whatever current roles, does not matters actually, guys. Anybody can, who is having the interest to explore the data, guys. Everything is a data driven science actually, guys. Everything is driven by the science data only. That's why who is having an interest of exploring from the data, who want to get some stories from that particular data. So anybody who is interested in working with the data can learn the data science course. That's it, guys. No prior knowledge of any programming language. Nothing is going to be required. Even Python and R, I'm going to start it. I'm going to teach it in the class only, guys. In this, as part of our training session only, we are going to be learning the Python and the R, but not complete Python, guys. Whatever the Python that is required for our data science, we'll take only that particular part only. We'll take it actually, guys. Got it? Hardly 2 weeks, guys. 2 to 3 weeks, not more than that. Only 2 to 3 weeks, guys. Hardly 2 weeks, guys. 2.5 weeks, not more than that. We'll spend the time on Python. Later, when you apply machine learning, we'll use a Python only, but we'll forget about that. We are using Python actually, guys. This is a technique how to use it in Python. This is a technique how to do it in R. Just if you know the technique, applying is a very simple criteria. So we don't give the preference for implementation, guys. We only give the preference only for what is a technique. Why should I do that actually? That is what we have to learn it. And it is completely conceptual, research based actually, guys. Understand the concept, do some research, and then apply the things actually. Got it, guys? So that's it for the today's class actually, guys. Who will supply all these libraries for Python and R? How do you know much? How do you know which libraries to use? Yes, absolutely. These are all open source communities actually, guys. These are going to be open source communities actually. So coming to this particular open source communities, there are so many contributors are there actually. Yes, Mr. Satya, please just wait for a couple of minutes. So somebody is asking about a question saying that who will supply these libraries? These are what we call it as contributors. These are the contributors, Krishna. So every open sources will have some contributors. So they don't work for money. They don't work for money. So they want to make the people to get some kind of techniques. So they have to use it actually. That is the main target of the open sources. So they should get some advantage with our software or with our language. So they are contributing to the society actually, guys. They're contributing to the people actually. So there are a lot of contributors will be there. Those are going to contribute to that. Okay. And coming to which libraries we have to use means that comes only with our research. As I told you now, it is a research based. So understand the concept, do some research and understand it. Which libraries we have to use it. We have so many libraries are there for same purpose, multiple libraries. Which one is feasible for you? Who is giving you the required application? Otherwise, you develop your own library. We can also develop our own libraries also, guys. If you are not satisfied with the existing libraries, develop your own libraries. Okay. Can you please any tools or editors or frameworks as part of this course? Absolutely, Satya. We are going to learn so many frameworks we are going to learn. We are going to learn so many frameworks we are going to learn. Like anyhow, we are going to learn Python and R. Inside that, we are going to be learning some libraries. Mainly, we are studying is about the libraries. And we are also going to use some kind of tools we are going to be using. Like for data visualization, we are going to be using the tool called as an Power BI. As well as I'm going to be for machine learning, we are going to use a tool called as an Vika. Vika is a tool actually, guys. Basically for machine learning. No coding. Everything is going to be drag and drop. Not drag and drop. Just by using mouse click. Just using the mouse click, we can do them actually. And apart from that, we are going to learn some frameworks like big data frameworks we are going to learn. Some lot of frameworks we are going to learn it actually, guys. Big data frameworks we are going to learn. And as well as we are going to be using a lot of tools as part of our cloud. We are going to be using as part of our Azure. Like we are going to be using a tool like a editor, like it's an what we call it as an ML editor, actually ML designer. It's a tool what we are going to be using them. So as part of our full stack data science course, as the course is a full stack data science course, you have to use a lot of things actually, guys. Mostly, but mainly 80 to 90% is what is the library, get the library and use it in the Python actually. That is what we are trying to do that actually. Okay, Satya. So are you expecting any other things like editors means like we are going to use a lot of the editors we are going to be using, the Python editors we are going to be using. Like I use a Jupyter notebook, or somebody may use a Spider, maybe some other uses something like a PyCharm. So there are some different code editors are there. Frameworks, big data frameworks we are going to use, tools we are going to use, Power BI. Like that, there are so many things are going to be there. Fine, Satya? Or if you are having any ideas, you can just give me. So if you ask me about, are you going to cover this one? I can let you know about that, whether it will be covered in our course or not. Is it fine, Satya? Okay, deployment, we are going to be using Flask. One is going to be, nowadays, we have a different types of frameworks, different types of options are there. One is going to be using the Flask, I'm going to do that. And other one is going to be by using the cloud also, we are going to do the deployment actually. So deployment of our models, how do we deploy our models? So giving the particular model in the cloud and how the clients can access them, or how your applications can access them. That is what we are going to discuss in the deployment. No, it is going to be, see guys, it's need not to. Data science is going to be very huge tools and the huge area actually. So maybe, for example, you are expert in pre-processing. So you will be given the job to work with the data pre-processing. Or you are an expert in implementing of machine learning algorithms. You are going to be given that particular work. So depending on your expertise, because it is not a single flow actually, guys. It's not from a single flow. As I told, pre-processing, then we have to do some kind of an analysis, visualizations, evaluations, deployment, etc., is going to come. So depending on your expertise, you may be working at a different levels in the project actually. But as a job oriented, if you want to get a job, you're looking for a job, then you should be having some knowledge about all these things actually, as an interview point of view, basically, to get a job. That is a basic idea. Okay. Yes, we are going to get all this recording, day-to-day recording will be coming, Manoj. So you will be given one Google Drive. We are going to give a Google Drive for that. And into that drive, all these particular day-to-day videos will be recorded. Videos will be given. And as well as whatever the notebook, whatever the whiteboard I'm writing, that is going to be given. As well as along with that, we are going to be getting my code, the Jupyter notebooks, what I'm going to write in, either .py or it may be .ipynb. And whenever it comes to R, we are going to be using RMD files. So everything, whatever the code we have written, the code files also will be coming to you. It is through the Google Drive will be given to us. And apart from that, for our knowledge sharing, we are going to use a Telegram. We are going to use a Telegram app. We are going to use, guys, just like your WhatsApp. We are going to be using the Telegram, the app we are going to be using that actually. Fine. No, main classes, maybe in a couple of days, it will start it actually, guys. Maximum 3-4 days demos. Maybe by Thursday or something like that. Main classes means I'll start with the Python. Maybe 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Maybe hardly 11th and 12th, or maybe, or it maybe depends on that. Or maximum by next Monday, we're going to start with the regular classes. We'll start just maybe introduction with Python will start in this week. And after that, we are going to start the regular classes from the next week actually. Bhagat Singh, it is going to be, you have to relate it to the fees. You have to talk to my backend team. Okay. Because I was only just a consultant trainer for them. So technical aspects is going to be my concern. So fees, payments, and all these things, you please talk to my backend team. Please don't mind. Okay. Yes, you are going to get all the FAQs, all the projects. So whatever the projects you are going to get, all the projects will be getting, you will get a lot of things actually, guys. End to end, till you get a job actually, guys, I will be supporting you. Absolutely will get it actually, guys. Okay. So we'll get some kind of an assignments, POCs you have to do. We'll give some assignments and POCs actually, guys. We have to do. So we'll support them. So at the end of the classes, not end of the classes, till before that only, we'll start with the projects also. Almost all, once you complete machine learning, we'll start with the project actually, guys. Okay, fine. Hope all of you got my questions actually, guys. All of you has been got your answers for your questions. That it's a little bit back end work actually. So I'm going to, if you want any suggestions, I can give you. So the consultants and all these things, you have to just check them. Right? A lot of consultants are there. So I don't say that I'm going to give you the consultant, but if you just Give me some consultant names, or if you ask me to give some suggestions, I can just guide you related to that. That is going to be a little bit back and work from your side, and a suggestion from my side. Okay, Venkatesh? Okay. Fine, guys. Anybody? Any questions are there, guys? So just for today, we'll end up the session, guys. Okay. It's actually your regular class timing is up to 8:30 a.m. actually, guys. 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. is going to your class timing actually, guys. Yeah. Immediately every day after the class is not sufficient, Mohammed. It takes a topic wise POCs. We are going to do that actually a little bit topic wise. Once one topic is completed, so based on the topic wise, we are going to do that actually. Generally, my class will start by 7:10 a.m. It's a 7:10. 7:10 is generally the last which we can afford actually. So if we can possible, just 10 minutes before. Yeah, it's a 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. guys. 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Generally, your class will generally start by 7:10 because it's an online class now. So there will be some technical issues. So just a 10 minutes grace period. 10 minutes. Just hardly by 7:10. 7:10 will begin the session.
Okay, by any chance you can like maybe start a little bit later, around maybe around 7:20 or 7:30.
7:20 means we have to start the class. We have to extend the class then. You have to go up to 9 o'clock then. If I start at 7:30.
Okay, yeah, I think
because 1 hour is not sufficient because it's a huge course. Even if I take 1.5 hour class also, it may take more than 4 months. If I take 1 hour means again, it will be hardly I can make it up to 7:15. If see guys, for everybody, if there is no problem because somebody has to join they join the meetings at 8:30. So they will plan. So we can't balance everybody. If it is fine for everybody, can extend up to 7:45. Sorry, 8:45. If we can extend up to 8:45 a.m., then no problem. I can start at 7:15 a.m. I can start with the session. 1.5 hour class will be there. So, but some people maybe they say that we want to join up to 8:30. So that is what we have to check it out. Once all the participants has been joined, then we have to check for the alternatives. But decreasing the time means it will increase your time period actually. It will drastically it increases by another 1.5 month will increases actually. Okay. Fine. Yeah, guys. That's it, guys. Okay. So fine. As of now, we'll take up to 7 to 8:30 a.m. We'll take it actually, guys. But as of now, it's an introduction classes now. So we are just starting we are just ending a little bit earlier only. But your regular classes will be there up to 8:30 a.m. We'll be having the class actually, guys. Fine. So that's it, that idea. So one alternative is going to be, guys, if anybody, that means for anybody, if it is an alternative, I'm taking that 5 minutes is not a problem for me, guys. I can hardly start by 7:15. I can end up by 8:30 or something like that. But for an alternative, if you really want to join the course and if it can't wait for the next batch, generally next batches also will be at 7 a.m. only. 7:30, it's going to be a little bit late because the most of the people has to join the offices. So no problem. You can join at 7:30. Whatever the 15 minutes class you have been missed, there will be recorded session will be given. So after the class is completed, you can just review that particular 15 minutes of class. That is another alternative for you if you really want to join it actually. Okay.
So usually every day you will revise like what we discussed in the last class.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. We'll just discuss them. Like today we have discussed just a 5-10 minutes. Just like review will be there. Depends on that. I can't say that every day there will be review will be there. Just sometimes it may be 2 minutes. Sometimes it may 5 minutes. If any questions comes, it may go for 10 minutes. Something like that. It depends on that. It's a dynamic. I can't say.
Okay. And sir, by any chance, if we're joining, let's say after 10-15 minutes, will you be able to understand for that particular?
That's why I'm saying that no, that is also like and depends on the topic actually. It is going to be depending on the topic what we are discussing. If it is a new topic, so maybe the beginning may be missing. You can understand them, but after the completion of the class, you have to review the video to complete to understanding. We have to review the video after completion of the class.
Okay.
If it is a continuation of the yesterday's class, not a problem. But if it is a new topic, you have to review.
Other days are fine.
Once again,
only 2 days.
Only 2 days.
Wednesday and Thursday, yes.
So that you have to manage it. Then, as I told if you are really interested to join this course, if you can't wait for next batch means again it will take 1 month of time.
No, I want to join this batch only.
Okay.
So yes. We are 2 people. We both of us want to join.
Okay. Okay, fine. So you please check it out. What is an alternative? Because 8:30 is going to be generally why we are giving here is most of the people has to join at 9 o'clock. So just to at least give some 30 minutes of time period for them. So generally that is most people will ask them no. So majority of the people will choose this 7 to 8:30 a.m. That is the reason. So
No,
you are saying
actually,
that
sir, we are joining from Canada.
okay. So your
So,
time, yeah, I got
yeah,
it.
so
Got it.
we are doing one online course here. Not online,
Okay,
physically we have to go. So
okay.
while coming back, it is becoming like we have one more course and we have to just finish it and join it.
Okay.
Even
So that may
Wednesday
be
is becoming a problem.
okay. So check for the alternative. Otherwise, you can try to finish off that particular whatever is Wednesdays and Thursdays. If it is possible, I'm saying that at
Yeah.
10 minutes before, if you can wind up, you can ask the instructor to wind up before. If it is possible, I'm talking about that. Otherwise, join a little bit late if you're really interested. And then you review the videos actually. Maybe some days it will be a little bit confusion for us, what I'm talking about that. But if you can review the video, you can understand it.
Okay,
Okay,
fine, sir.
fine, guys. So, okay, guys. So, Krishna, when the next batch will be estimated timeline? 1 month, guys. It will be another 1 month. It will take it. So, you can contact the Durgasoft people because they may have multiple faculties will be there. So, for me, it is going to be 1 month. It will take it, but the timing may be evening. It may be at evening 6 because already 8 p.m. we already started a session. So, this one is at 7 a.m. Maybe the next batch planning is going to be maybe at 6 p.m. Maybe some Indian time at 6 p.m. or it may be some other timing. I can't say that. So please contact Durgasoft people for the further, if there's any possibilities with any other faculties also. Maybe some other faculties also will be there. So if you are really interested, you can, if it is not possible for this batch, you can join some other alternative batch. Fine, guys. So thanks to all of you guys just for today. And we'll continue in the tomorrow's class, guys. Hope you see you, all of you, it's a tomorrow session. So another 2 demos classes, guys. I'll give you some clarity about them. I'll give you some understanding about them. And then we'll start with the regular classes, guys. Okay. So thank you once again, guys, and have a nice day. Thank you all of you guys.